What's up, guys? I'm here with Charlie Mulholland.
Yep.
Who top 16 the European finals.
Yeah.
With, there's that shiny card there.
Gorgeous Zamasu leader.
And what did you play?
I played Lord Slug,
Okay.
aka Lord Slug. No, Slug. Little story. Before I actually turned up here, a friend of mine offered me to play Brawler U6, and I was a bit unsure whether to play Slug. I thought, well, he's not really that relevant in today's meta. But shout out to my friend Jordan over there. He actually convinced me to play Slug, and he said, you've been playing it for 4 months, you might as well do it. So yeah, I stuck with it, and I came 14th in Swiss, and I ended up playing a great Apes Brawly player who's playing blue-yellow, and that's unfortunately where my journey ended. But I will be going to Brussels, and I will be trying to make Slug great again.
Nice.
So,
yeah, let's have a look at your list.
Absolutely. So, starting off with the deck, the card that makes this deck run. 4 wings, the morale booster. He's got barrier, and his permanent is you can only have one of him on field, and he reduces the energy cost of any Slug's army card by 1 in your hand. Without him, this wouldn't run. And I've got 3 foils of him, 1 non-foil. I'm trying to bling out this deck at the moment, but this is the boy right here.
Hard mark for wings.
I dropped this card to 3 before the start of the tournament, and that is Lord Slug Return to Form.
Okay.
He's a good searcher, but I mostly charge this because when I mulligan, I either mulligan because I don't have a wings, so I just mulligan to try and find whatever, and then if I need to mulligan, if I've got a wings, I usually try and look for my Anguillas, for my big slugs, so this doesn't really get seen if I find my Anguilla early, but he's alright if you need to try and find your stuff.
Yeah.
After that, we play 2 Zwain. Now he's a little bit of a tech play. He's a free blocker, sure, which is good against things, but Brawly will easily untap him. You mostly use him because he's a Slug's army that can come out for nothing. So, say you want to play your Anguillas or your 4-drop Slugs, and you don't have your wings, you play this for nothing, and then your Bond 2 effects go off. So say you want to play Young again, untap an energy, play 1 from drop, and you don't have a Slug's army, just play this for nothing, and then tap 4 and play it, untap an energy, and then you're sorted pretty much.
Yeah.
Going on next, we have arguably the best card in the deck, which is Andonic Warrior Anguilla, all foiled out. I love this card. This makes the deck run. It's a critical Bond 2 for Slug's army. When you swing, drop a card. So you're negging your hand of your opponent, and you're applying crit pressure, which means they're either going to drop a card anyway, or they're not going to gain hand advantage through their life, which is something a lot of people tend to do, is they let people swing at them so they can gain the hand size. I don't swing at my leader unless they've either got crit or they've got 2 life and I'm swinging for double strike. Then we've got the card from set 6. We got AOD Slug. When you play him, drop a card, and also active main for 1 green energy. You can choose 1 Slug's army in your hand with 3 or less. Most of the time it's Anguilla, because obviously you need to make the deck run. Unfortunately, you can't choose itself, otherwise it'll be broken. You just play 1 after the other after the other.
And it's original cost as well.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you can choose the
4-drop.
Yeah.
But that was good writing on the part of Bandai. A lot of people give them stick, but I think this was really good of them to do that. It doesn't make the deck broken, but it's a big 20k beater, and you'll see what I do with 20k beaters later. Then the card that everyone said was terrible in set 4, but is great. Now it's Lord Slug Young again. Like I said earlier, Bond 2, you play it, you can play this, or what I've tended to do a lot more these days is play this from drop, untap an energy, and if you say you do it on turn 4, that's the best time to go off, because if you do it on turn 4, you get this boy straight after. So say you play this, you've negged 1 card from your opponent's hand, leader effect, you drop a card, I drop a card, one of my favourite things to say, and then tap 2, play this, you've just negged 5 cards out of your opponent's hand in 1 turn. Now, most of the time your opponent's sitting on like 7 cards, you've dropped them down to 2, which in my opinion is so good.
Yeah.
And I actually forgot to mention that earlier, but my favourite phrase to say with this leader is drop a card, because I drop a card, you drop a card, we're all dropping cards.
Mill 2, no, drop a card.
Never say Mill 2. Mill 2 is terrible now. Never play Janemba. Because if you play Janemba, I'm going to find you. 2 Krillin. A lot of people say you should just sideboard this for the Taos. I disagree. If you're coming up against baby, you pop the 1-drop baby early, and that sets them back, and it's really good to play. 2 Kami. Blue is very prevalent at the moment.
Yeah.
Got a lot of Janemba. Great Apes are starting to use blue for their advantage. I like that. I might actually build that deck at some point, but it's just a green Borgos. This was for U6. I never saw a U6 today, but I still like this. But what I might do is play this in the side and play Gohans in the main. So add crit pressure, get shoots.
I mean, it's good for red as well.
Ah, yeah, definitely. If you want to play with chain attack, if you play a card via chain attack, I can just neg 2 from your hand. For Sionels, 2 months ago I was playing Paragus. Worst decision of my life. This is so much better, and especially, which I forgot to mention again earlier, when you take a life, this card gains crit. So say turn 2, your opponent swung at you, you've taken a life on your first turn, then you take a life again, you're on 5. Later on I play these, which are the East Kais. So you swing, no negates, combo, draw a card from super combo. You've now swung at them for a 30k double strike crit. They're either going to drop 5 cards from hand that are all 5k, they're going to waste their super combos, or they're going to take 2 life and not gain hand advantage, which is something I like to do. So Sionel is pretty much the better pick, and he's searchable via Assimilate. 2 surprise attack. This is something I thought of last minute before I came in here. Now, with Slug players in the past, when they've got these on field, they're 220k beats.
Yeah.
And if you swing at your opponent with 220k beats, they're just going to take the hand advantage. So why are you going to give them that when you're trying to make them lose hand advantage? So what I thought is if they've got their Dark Power Black Massaians or their 5-drop, all their terrible 5ks,
Yeah.
you swing with this, you pop the 5k, just bring Freezer out and swing for crit pressure.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier. And then the alternative when
Did you find Freezer, because your hand size isn't that big, did you find it a bit cloggy at some points, or?
Early on, yes. If I got to turn 2 and I hadn't got any big bodies on board, except for Anguilla, but you know I'm going to swing at my leader with Anguilla, it's crit.
Yeah.
If this is in my hand turn 1 and I've got no way of getting it out, just charge it. You've got 2 in the deck in anyway, it's alright. And the alternative win con of the deck, through the Dark Banisher. I actually never played this once today, but in locals I normally play this, like if my opponent is like Janemba, he's got like 5 cards in hand, like 1 energy untapped. You might as well just go for game with this. If he's Kami'd my field, this is the best time to do it, is when someone Kami's your field. You've got nothing on field, they've got no energy, you might as well go for game. Extra cards, 5 negates, 2 shocking, sacrifice. Sacrifice is good when you've overwhelmed. It's just good to have a quote sparking negate when you don't need sparking. This against a baby matchup was my best play. Now, I didn't see a wings turn 1, so I left my energy completely untapped, and I didn't see a double strike, so I didn't swing for double strike crit.
Yeah.
Left it untapped, played the baby turn 1, swung with leader, negate, pop the baby. That set them back by like 4 turns because they didn't see another baby till then.
Yeah.
They were just using familial bonds to bring out their digging deep. I was using my 20ks to pop the digging deep. It just kept going my way, and then sacrifice just comes in clutch.
Cool.
And then again, last minute, I played these instead of Hidden Power of the Saiyans, because from what I've seen with Hidden Power, even though you're negging their hand size, it's their turn. They can easily draw cards, they can easily get things back. This just against Janemba, when they can't play anything 5 cost or higher, anything they play is screwed.
Yeah.
So this is just so much better. And even though I lost in top 16, one of my favourite plays I did was my opponent was playing Great Apes, swung with leader, no negates, combo, played the Bardock, any response, played the preemptive, stopped him getting his ape out. And the final card of the deck for Assimilate, or as Xavier Woods would say, Simulate. Hope he's alright. Sorry for the injury. Anyway, but yeah, Assimilate searches for your super combos, your Slug return to forms, which is so much good. And then sideboard, quickly, 2 Krillin. True story, saw no Taos today, but still good to have. It's good.
I don't think people expect a Slug, to be honest.
1 Tau, just in case I ran into the mirror. 1 Fu for Baby. 1 No Escape Goku for the Gogeta. 1 Unexpected Turn. I actually never played this. I probably might take it out. I don't know what for. What I'm thinking about in the future is maybe changing this deck to green-blue when the new green-blue cards come out. So this will be something. Sure. I didn't find any Toas beforehand, but this is just a good bargain basement version. But I did actually pick up some Toas today. Just basically free Overwhelm, drop this, opponent drops a card, but when Toa comes out, she'll give my leader 5k, which is good for early plays because then I can just give him a 5k boost. Masayan for removal, Spring Card Time for skillless, 2 TN for Janemba, and finally 2 Father Son Kamehamehas, which I'll probably swap out for Slumber Strikes when I pick them up later, but this is a good budget option again, like Baby or anything that gets out big plays really early, like Broly. This is really good. Games, I got the first round bye because I got my invite. Game 1 I played a Tri-Number, which is just easy pickings. Game 2 I played a Toa, which was pretty good. Game 3 I played a Baby, which went wide, but I still managed to beat it because I was popping his 1-drop babies. Then I went on a 2-game losing streak, losing to a Toa and a Baby, ironically. Then fortune turned in my favour, I played another Tri-Number, which again, like I said, easy pickings. Then I played my hardest matchup I'll ever face, which is Green BR Broly. With Green BR Broly, I just kept swinging for critical early, taking his life, got him down to 4 life, he took 1 life to get himself down to 3. I then swang at his Broly because I realised he wasn't going into the 6-drop, so therefore he doesn't have the 6-drop in hand. My voice broke there, I apologise. He got into the 6-drop, he wasted cards from his hand, and then I ended up going for win with a double strike with wings.
Wow.
That was just peak. And then last game was against Broly U6, which I 2-0'd, and then today they realised that there was something wrong with my deck list. Now this is something important, always do your deck list correctly. I put 1 card in the wrong area, they checked that. They gave me a 1-game loss and gave me a 14-card sideboard because I put a sideboard card in my main deck. They realised that because I was under pressure to write my deck list early. Get there early or write your deck list out the night before because I realised that's probably easier to do. So I ended up getting 2-0'd by a Great 8 Blue, and it's just a great deck and commends to my opponent. He did really, really well. But yeah, I'm going to Brussels. I'm taking this to Brussels, and like I said, make Slug great again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Do you have any shout-outs before we go?
I don't know where he's gone. But shout out to my friend Jordan, who convinced me to play Slug, like I said earlier in the video. Shout out to Harley Quinn's back in Blackpool, my local card game shop. You guys have always supported me, thank you for that. And I dedicate this also to my mum. I lost my mum earlier this year, and it was my first tournament since then, so shout out to my mum. Hope you're doing alright up there, and yeah.
Great, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.